Has every thought we have had already been predicted? Has everything humankind has accomplished been calculated from the very beginning of the universe? Before we can find an answer to this, we first have to know what entropy is. Entropy is basically how objects change over time, whether it is their position, velocity, energy, etc. In other words, entropy is the effect of time on how the universe changes. For example, when the universe started, when time was at zero, everything was uniform, and there was zero entropy. But then, as the universe expanded, the particles in the universe became less and less uniform, and entropy got more and more. You can also think of it like putting a coffee bag into water. First, all the coffee particles are together, but then they spread out randomly until they fill the whole container. Entropy is also very much predictable. When a ball collides with another ball, you know that it will bounce off, and if you have thoroughly analyzed both balls, you might even be able to calculate the precise velocity and direction that the ball will bounce off at. This is how we are able to calculate when asteroids will hit Earth, or by how much it will miss when it passes Earth. This is the same thing with the Big Bang, and everything that was created from it. The initial particles from the Big Bang could all have had their 14 billion years of future precisely calculated, from each and every collision, fusion, etc. But before life existed, these particles would be easy to calculate. But since life can move around in ways that are not so random, this makes it more difficult to calculate. Like for example, when normal objects are not being pushed by a force, they will just stay still. But when life is not being pushed, it can still move around. But when you think about it, everything living things do are still caused by entropy. When living forms are presented with a force, there will be a chain reaction in their body that will lead them to react. For example, when you eat something spicy, the food will pass over a taste pore. Then a certain taste receptor will identify the spicy substance and send a signal through a nerve, which will go into your gustatory cortex, where your brain will then interpret the signal, and send another one to the spinal cord, then to, let's say, your arm muscles, your hand muscles, your finger muscles, etc., and make them retract and bend in a way that it makes a container of water go into your grasp, then makes you drink the water. All of these actions were caused by chain reactions that were very much predictable. So basically, your entire future has already been determined. There is no need to worry about making decisions, because they will eventually come to you. Well, of course, unless entropy has planned for you to make the decision. Anyways, hopefully this video was helpful to you, and see you next time. Bye.